multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the MBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Track Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus. The MBN Network is a nonprofit organization based in Atlanta, Georgia. We are a streaming, radio, and ministry network funded by a network of partners that are professionals, technicians, entrepreneurs, and entertainers from around the world. Become a member of Patreon today at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live to gain access to all that the NBN Network has to offer. On Sundays, tune in for prayer, prophecy, and coaching call, available for Patreon members only. Join in on the morning meditation and prayer call, open to the public Monday through Friday. On Monday evenings, catch the digital entertainment news show, Larry Reid Live, as Dr. Reid discusses an array of topics with a raw, humorous, and controversial approach. Get informed and inspired on Tier 2 Tuesdays for Tier 2 Patreon members only. Wednesday night breakdown with Dr. Reid, the virtual prophets, pastoral counselors, and coaches, available for Tier 2 Patreon members only. Participate in Therapy Thursdays and Financial Fridays for all tiers, inside of Patreon only. Saturdays, rest and be with your family. Become a member today by logging on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live today. Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid. An examination of the Larry Reid Live show perspective. Purchase a copy today by logging on to LarryReidLive.com. That's LarryReidLive.com. Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page, and hit the bell. Text LRL to 404-999-7527. That's the words LRL to 404-999-7527. And get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon. Log on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Sign up, then download the Patreon app and turn on your notifications. Get connected today.
We're about to have a conversation. All right, you see what we're going to be talking about. My name is Larry D. Reid, and I'm the host of Larry Reid Live, your most favorite digital entertainment news and talk show that's out here on these social media streets. Of course, I'm not in the studio. I've not been in the studio now, and oh God, it's been a while because I've been on the road, or either I'd be home in my bedroom and I don't feel like going down in the studio. But we are definitely coming back to the studio. There's an interview, a few interviews that I need to do, and there's one that I'm really not looking forward to doing, but at the same time it needs to be had. So there's a particular interview that I'm going to be having. If they're still up to it, even if they're not, I'm still going to share the story because I recorded the pre-interview on my phone. And it is someone who tapped me because they want to have a conversation about their experience with Bishop T.D. Jakes. And what I told them many months ago is what I thought could come of it. And I also wanted to know why. And they answered my question. And I'm going to have that same conversation with them live, sitting right beside me in front of you. And this story for lack of better words, is terribly, terribly sad. And they are alleging sexual activities that went on for several years. And it wasn't just with Bishop T.D. Jakes, but it was with for lack of better words, a group of bishops, and they were passed around when they were younger. And it's horrible, it's horrendous, and it's a story. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know what the truth is. Well, I know some part that was provable in another situation that I saw in my own eyes. And then in this other situation that I saw with my own eyes. So it makes it to where I will have that conversation and let that conversation happen on the Larry Live platform. So that is going to be coming up. I told y'all about this months ago. And so we're going to be doing it. And I just got to connect with them, but I'm running around the world. But what I may do is cut this short because I went to Dubai, my last show, which if you have not seen the last show on betrayal, the cancer of the inner circle, if you are a leader and if you are an important person, you're a public figure, you better watch that and take those notes because I gave you like 8 different things. And today I'm going to give you the characteristics and the impact of this endemic called church brain. It is played out in my comment section and it's still going on right now. I'm getting notifications right now. It's just going on. And this conversation was sparked by Curtis Cusson Franklin, and of course, my sister Pastor Genesis Warren. And so I'm going to share with you his video. I'm going to share with you her post. I'm going to share with you what I think. I'm going to read your comments, probably answer your questions. I have about an hour and some change before I'm with my community. And my community, spiritual community, I don't like to say my community because let me say the community that I serve because it just sounds a little funny. I don't know why it triggers something in me I don't like. But, it's 11:11 here in Paris. I'm going to say what I say at 11:11. I'm not going to share that out here. But if you're LRL, you know what we do. But, so I got a little time. So I'm going to do that a little bit later. What time is it on the East Coast? Let me see. It's 5:11, so 5:06. Don't we start at 7 on? We start at 7 on Wednesdays, right? Oh, make sure everybody hit like because my notifications aren't going out through text or through social media for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. It can have something to do with me being in Paris, and this connection is funny, so okay, all right, it's 5:11 then. So I got a little bit of time. We start at 7, right? Okay, so I got like an hour and some change to do this, and then I'm gonna go. Yeah, Marco, I done told them in the chat. I probably missed that meeting. Just give me a heads up, but I put in the chat 2 things that Dr. Jill told me. At 6 o'clock, we have a meeting because we're going to Ghana. Y'all saw the thing. Y'all didn't see the thing. We got quite a few places that we're going to be going. We're globalizing every aspect of our life. And so we're going to be going to a few different places. We'll be in Ghana, November the 8th through the 18th. And then in Dubai, a group is going me there, January the 25th through February the 2nd. And then, of course, Atlanta, all of you can come that's a patron to that our Reformation experience in Atlanta. We just had it this year. We have it at the same place this next coming year. And then in Barcelona, Spain. So we having our meetings, our shots, and all the stuff we got to get. And I put in there, Shamako, make sure they add those 2 provisions for prevention. Make sure they do that for the Ghana trip. Okay. All right. So we're about to have this conversation. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm going to say something that you do not like. I'm going to say something that's probably going to trouble you. And I need all of the people watching on Facebook to hit like to help it push it over there. And if you're on YouTube, do the exact same thing. If you can share it out on your community wall page. Topics like this, a lot of people don't like these topics unless or until it is something like what I got to do concerning Bishop T.D. Jakes and just a little bit. They'll be all online and so many people watching that, but they don't know what they're missing, like yesterday, betrayal, cancer in the inner circle, that kind of stuff change your whole life. And what I'm going to talk about today, it can change your life too, okay? So somebody said Tremaine Rushett, I just got the text. So I think it has something to do with me being in Paris and then I was in Dubai doing the live from the other day. I think it's just sort of going through some changes. And I think sometimes I recognize what I'm doing online and even through the text service as maybe like it's some spam, but it's not, it's me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. Do me a favor. If you know a pastor or one of them old saints, get them on. I'm not gonna be able to change their mind, but they're gonna hear what I said, and what they hear may make them understand you better, or maybe their children or grandchildren better, because some of us are deconstructing and decolonizing and globalizing in the world of our faith, and as a result, we are constantly learning and unlearning or relearning. And these things are happening over and over and over again. So as a community, as we are making all these different shifts and transition in the year of transition, 2024 is an 8, and one of the meanings of 8 is transition, we sort of can stay informed of whatever is happening in our dome piece. I mean, the one thing happening in your head, another one happening in my head. I'm going through change over here, you're going through a change over there. And so we all going through this personal thing. In the spiritual community that I serve in, we're in a self-observance for 30 days, which has made me create 3 teachings on the road. And right now, my graphic designer, who is a creative genius, is now working on something that I just text him over, which I don't know when I'm going to share this, because I've sat down and I said, there are 8 types of people that are prone to self-sabotage. And I wrote it out. And I was in Dubai when I wrote that out. So now he's making the graphic for that and setting it up, because I want to talk to those 8 people. And I don't know if I'm going to do it out here or I'm going to do it in our exclusive spiritual community, which is in Patreon, patreon.com. If you want to become a part of that community, the conversation over there is so darn fire. It is fire, 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 fire. And if you want to be in that type of atmosphere and that type of conversation, then you need to make a decision right now and go ahead and join the Patreon community. At the bottom of your screen, this is the way that you can join the Patreon community. And while we end this conversation about what Kurt Curtis Cussing Franklin said, and Genesis Warren, and at any time, like, God, that was so dope, and I really like what I heard, then you can support this platform. And the way that you support this platform is just donating $8.88. 8 and 12 are the numbers that I'm born for. And in 2008, we started doing sowing in the local church at the time in 8. And here on this platform that came back to us during the pandemic, and we have not stopped it. Okay, so it's going to be very, 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 very interesting conversation. So make sure y'all go ahead and hit like and share this to some of your old church family members and some people in your family. You're always in them conversations and talking back and forward, because this is going to be one of those conversations. Okay, so let me know what city and state you're watching from, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. And while you're doing that, just going to start out on a light note. On my IG page, you have IG, you can do this in my stories. You can ask me any question you want to ask me, and I am going to answer your question and post the answer in my stories. Well, someone thought it was very funny, I guess, to make a statement to me or ask me a particular question. And I want you to look at this. And just to start off, a little lighthearted, because my my last name is a homophone. And that means two words that sound alike, but they're spelled differently. My last name is Reid. But then in our world, we talk about, being able to read. And I happen to be able to read. And I was reading before I knew what reading was. I see you, Rayford, North Carolina, and Baltimore, Maryland, District Heights, and Fort Lauderdale. Oh, Miss Pat, you in Atlanta. Oh, but you in Fort Lauderdale right now. I didn't know that. Be safe. So I was born into this world. See, your last name is the spirit and the energy through which you entered into the world. And my last name is Reid. So I entered into the world through Reid. That's Reid. But my name is a homophone, Read. And in our world, reading is an art. And I did not know that I had that ability. But clearly I was sought up to read. And so somebody put something in my IG story, because you can ask me any question. And this is what they said to me. This is the question. When you coming out the closet, OG? I said, I never seen a closet big enough to hold all of the greatness that I am from the world. And if there was one, I wouldn't be tempted to get in it. Side note, I caught your shade. And I still have all your begging for years. And this person was begging me to top them, mount their back, and your nudes. So tread lightly before I give them to Sir William McCray, Obnoxious TV, and your children and family be embarrassed forever. So far, the scripture. Look, let me tell you something. The worst thing you can do, if it's a day I want to take time to go there, is say something to me and then Jeremy Reid. See, Jeremy's last name is spelled R-E-A-D. Mine is spelled R-E-I-D. The last thing you want to do, I'm going to tell you right now in this comment section, come here sideways. If Jeremy Reid, R-E-A-D, come up and then address you, it ain't my fault. You called him up. So don't do it. You rather have a conversation with Larry Reid. And that's R-E-I-D. Tamara said, come on, Jeremy, I missed you. So don't do that. Because if Jeremy Reid, R-E-A-D, show up, all bets are off. It can be your dead mama, your dead daddy, your living mom and daddy, your children, your pastor, you, and your, it does not make any difference to me. Now that's Jeremy talking. At that moment, whatever will drive that point home to where you don't ever come up out your face like that again, that's what we're going to go with. Okay? So just don't do it. Keep all that to your darn self. Just keep it to yourself. You do that. That's right, Alicia. Cats, dogs, everybody. It don't make no difference. It don't make no difference at all. So let it be. Just let it be. Do that on your page. Go over there and do that on your page and maybe get some clicks and some likes and just spell my name right. Maybe, but don't come over here and do that because we're trying to have a whole nother different kind of conversation over here. We laugh, we cut up, but don't do that. We like for Jeremy Reid to come out and make us laugh, not to put blood on the social media streets. Okay. And now this person inboxing me to I was just joking. I said, well, I won't. So don't do that. I'm not gonna put your name out there. I don't do that kind of work. But I know people that do. And I'm not above saying, okay, because that's what you do. So you go over there and you do that, and let me get their name. And here go all their pictures and videos that they done sent me over the years. That's right, years, with no response. And it ain't cause they ugly either. I just ain't that nigga. I just think listen. My baby mama said it the best, and I can't wait. I supposed to be doing an interview with her. She said, "People just don't know. You'll talk about anything and say anything, but I ain't doing any and everything. It just ain't happening." Shout out to those of you that do. I ain't saying you're wrong. I ain't saying you're right. You are who you are. I am who I am. My mama is Ethelene Reid, who says any and everything. She's the first lady, so she don't talk like that in public. She's not gonna do it on my platform. That's when the doors are closed at the house. There's no and who's an authentic prophet. But she said whatever she wanted to say. And I am that 2.0. And let's just stay away from all of that. How about that? Happy birthday, Monica. I saw it. Here you go. I'm gonna sing you happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Monica, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Monica Keys. I love you. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you. Okay. My little mess up in there, but you know it come from my heart. Who else was in that thread whose birthday it is? I think that was it. I only saw Monica in there today. I be seeing them, but I can't always respond to them, you know. Not always. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with Kirk Franklin. And this was the way that the way that these people went into this. This was so interesting to me. All right, let's listen.
React or respond to him acknowledging that he's a bisexual?
I have always wanted my children to always know. And I had these conversations with them when they were younger. I had this conversation because, again, I've been Carrion's father.
Mm-hmm.
I've had conversations with Carrion since he was a little boy.
Yeah.
I know my son.
Yes.
And my conversation with him has always been a consistent one. I love you, and my love for you is not based on who you love. I love you. And that is my answer. And that's my answer as a Christian father that believes in the text. I love you, and my love for you does not waver at all based on who you love.
Let's listen to this again, because in the comment section, church brain was going on. So people didn't hear him. But you and we're going to listen to what he said. One more time. Listen.
Do you react or respond to him acknowledging that he's a bisexual?
I have always wanted my children to always know. And I had these conversations with them when they were younger. I had this conversation because, again, I've been Carrion's father.
Mm-hmm.
I've had conversations with Carrion since he was a little boy.
Yeah.
I know my son.
Yes.
And my conversation with him has always been a consistent one. I love you, and my love for you is not based on who you love. I love you. And that is my answer. And that's my answer as a Christian father that believes in the text.
Christian father.
I love you. And my
Hold on. Did we hear that? Now, everybody heard this. As a Christian father who believes in the text, I do not know what is wrong on the internet. But the way that these people ripped cussing Curtis Franklin for approving homosexuality and going against the Bible, and preaching another gospel. And it went far as, him being antichrist, him being all of these other things because of this statement. They did not listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. As a Christian father who believes in the text, listen.
You. And that is my answer. And that's my answer as a Christian father that believes in the text. I love you. And my love for you does not waver at all based on who you love.
He said, as a Christian father who believes in the text, that ain't got nothing to do with my love for you. I don't care about who you love and who you frucking. I love you as a Christian father who believes in the text. And in the comment section, they made Kirk Franklin a demon, someone who's preaching another gospel. But I'm just telling you what's in the comment section. You have defied God. I'm no longer buying your music. You're approving LGBTQIA+. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this on this platform for years. There's an endemic, and it's called church brain. It's church brain. What is it? It's church brain. And this is serious. And it is something that we need to be talking about regularly in our community and diagnose. Well, let's say this. No, yeah, we need to diagnose it. I know that Jesus is the antidote, but it's not that Jesus Christ that is the mascot of Christianity Incorporated that is a white man's business. Mm-mm. He ain't the answer. That's the God of the evangelicals. That's the God of the extreme right. Mm-mm. No, not that. But the Jesus that I'm talking about is the Lord God of justice. The Jesus that I'm talking about is the God that is love, the God that is kindness, the God that is understanding, the God that is tolerant. Oh my God. I see this is a whole issue. Where in cussing Kurt Franklin conversation did he change what he believed? Now see, I can't let that happen. Because not on my watch, because this is how people end up getting blacklisted. This is how people end up getting canceled because of dumbasses in the comment section making up shit. Oh Lord, Jeremy, get out of here. Had the conversation without all of the extra. So that's the problem. So let's look at what church brain is. And I want you to screenshot this. And I see Thais in here, who's a great content creator. I'm looking at some pastors in here. You got my permission to use this. Church brain is a term coined by Dr. Larry D. Reid. It refers to a spiritual and psychological condition where an individual's thinking is constrained strictly within the boundaries of church teachings and culture. This condition limits their ability to think critically or entertain ideas outside of their religious upbringing. And if I will add to that, it not only affects the thinking, but the hearing. And it literally hears something and takes what is heard and moves it into this spiritual and psychological disorder and illness, and then creates another narrative. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Now, I know some of you can hear me, some of you can't, because you are infected with church brain. The comment section, just go onto Facebook, go look. Now, then my sister, Genesis Warren, made a post. Now, this is the Genesis Warren that I like. And let me explain myself. This could make her upset, but y'all know I keep it 100% real. I saw Genesis Warren, and I've seen Genesis Warren as my sister who loves everybody and who honors people who do great things. She honored Matthew Stevenson. She honored Brian Karn. She honored Demetrius Senegal. And then a few months ago, I see her really start honoring Juanita Bynum. If you've done it, if you're a leader, she honors you. But I've seen her dim her light because of who she's honoring. And that Juanita thing made me nervous. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but oh well, oh hell. Juanita Bynum, we will always respect Juanita Bynum. That is Juanita. Did you know what Juanita Bynum did in the church? Same thing with Bishop T.D. Jakes. How could we not honor these people for what they have done and who they are and who they were? We can't. We cannot honor. But let's call a thing a thing. These people are not the leaders into the future. They are representations of the move of God that was. They are what God did, not what he is doing. I repeat. They are what God did, not what God is doing. Us people who idolize the past and memorialize are keeping them employed, are still inviting them. Some people, I just saw Joshua Giles, who is what God is doing, invite Juanita Bynum because of what God did. But he didn't need her. And if he asked me, I would tell him. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think it's great to do, but relationships, close relationships with what God did, it will affect you who's called to lead the people into the next phase. And Genesis Warren, like Joshua Giles, are people who are called to lead the people into the next phase and into what God is doing next. And when I saw her connect with Juanita, I said, uh-oh, because that's a problem. Not because Juanita was a demon. But I mean, she's still giving accurate words. She's still preaching the word. I'm pretty sure she's still doing prayer and still powerful. I think she's more beautiful now than she has ever been, if you ask me. So I don't have any issue with her. But I am clear, very clear, if I must say. So I'm super clear, especially right now in my life. And I see who everybody is. And it's just really clear to me. I'm like, But that don't mean I throw you away. I saw one Genesis turn down her forward thinking, and then she started looking homey. I said, now wait, where is your green hair, your silver hair? And you send them bad outfits. Come on, give us that. But this post I shared earlier this week, and this post I shared two posts, and I'm about to show you this. That's okay. Now this is the Genesis Warren. The Genesis Warren who says things that make you think, who trigger up your church brain. At the same time, she's the perfect blend, in my opinion, of old and new school. That's just what I think. Now, I don't need nobody texting me and calling me and talking sideways. I don't need nobody getting online, making posts and throwing off at me because you didn't like what I said. Sit in silence and pray and just take it like I take it from people. Just sit in silence and just take it. I mean, you can hit me up and ask what I meant or whatever. That's fine. I'm not taking nothing down. I'm telling you the truth because clearly there are so many people out here who don't have anybody that they're listening to. And I just take the little privilege that God has given me of the Larry Live platform and tell you what I think. And I'm telling you, I said what I said. I said what I said. It is. I said what I said, and this is as it is. So here we are back with the Genesis Warren that I love and that blew up the internet, that came out swinging. This is what she said. Let's look at this. She said, if our growing Pentecostal churches would admit. Now look at admit is in capital letters. And so she knew exactly what she was doing. She said, if our growing Pentecostal churches would admit to being, LGBTQIA+, and that's the full acronym for those of you that do not know, friendly, we would really see revival. So she's calling out the Pentecostal black and white church for acting as if, when they're in the pulpit preaching, acting as if they are against something or against, let me say this, that they are against people that they really secretly embrace and love. She said, why not come out here and be very strong about your support of same-gender loving people? Because we have always supported the James Clevelands. We've always supported the James Clevelands. We've always supported the Donnie McClurkins. I would name some others, but all of them ain't put it out there like that. But y'all know who they are. She said, if we do that, we're going to really see a revival because we in truth. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. It's the truth part we got a problem with. They already preach for us. Come on, Genesis. They already sing for us. They already dress us. Do our hair, our makeup. See, this is the problem I have with Kim Barrett. Y'all name another folk name that ain't came out here and told us they same gender loving, so I'm not gonna get involved in that. They already prophesied to us. They some gone that I can name. Some of the sharpest, strongest prophets, and they were same gender loving. We all knew it. Administrate, oh God, women and gay men. What would the church be if they weren't in the administrative department? And work various parts of ministry. Denial has delayed us. She's calling out the church for being a hypocrite. So far, the scripture. Now, the only thing that will cause you to fight her statement and Kirk Franklin's is you have a mental and spiritual illness called church brain, because this is very clear. Thank you, Matt Johnson. E. Dewey Smith said this: there will be no gospel song to sing if we condemn or get rid throughout that community out the church. And I know y'all thinking about the men, but I can't call names, but think about some of the greatest female preachers you have ever heard. Just think. Married or not. Whole dudes. Alleged bull daggers. Lipstick lesbians. Strong, with emphasis on strong. Pastors, prophets. Hell, Juanita Bynum said her own self that she used to be with women. She said on the radio, I heard it with my own ears. So that's not a secret. So if God can take Juanita from munching carpet to prophesying and preaching, and who knows, she may have been doing at some point in her life at the same time, because then she started preaching to a teenager. Don't give me that. If it's a sin God don't mind. Because then he will clear out. If he hated, then he would throw the whole church away. Y'all naming people in the comment section. Y'all off the chain. Y'all is cutting up. See, y'all comment section get me in trouble. Go, they say I said it. I ain't said that. Girl, I ain't saying nothing to you. But if the Lord himself, do you know how y'all know the Lord can do what he want to do? Y'all, that's what y'all be saying, and that's what y'all told me. Then how come he can't make them stop lickety splitting? And they take that same tongue and say, and the Lord ain't did nothing about it. So let's have that conversation now. So either the Lord is in this whole church thing or he's not. Because sometimes he two-faced and got two different sides. Where Andre Crouch, that was Jeremy. The blood that Jesus shed for me. What? That song? Get it out of here. It's one of the gays. I'm going up beyond, going up. Get it out of here. That's one of the gays. Walter Hawkins. Oh, Lord. I'm going there, but oh well, oh hell. We fall down, but we get up. Get it out of here. In fact, your biblications, y'all didn't know, but King James was Queen James. Get it out of here. So it is God. Y'all might be wondering, is he real or not? I mean, if he don't like, if it's a sin, well, what? He been using gays the whole time. God, you don't trick us. It's not a sin, it's a gift. I mean, make it make sense. Where is your faith? Get it out of here! It's one of the gays. Oh my God. So let's look at church brain. You got it. Lord, make me over. Lord, make me over. A change has come over me. Get it out of here. Written by the gays. Get it out of here. There'll be a serious problem. So let's move away from that. Let's get into thank you, Lord, for all you written by gay, sang by gay. You better flounder. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Now, come on now, y'all. We are more concerned about things because of the construct that we have created and the culture we have created in the church than what God himself is concerned. So if he ain't getting it out of here, let's just talk about something else in our pulpits. Because if we're going to talk about that, we're going to have to judge the church. And we're going to have to clear it out. We got to. So make up your mind which one you're going to do, because you can't do both. And then what we want to do, what we're going to need to do then, if we really going to get on that kind of thing, okay, we need to bring everybody in there and ask everybody, have you ever been with someone of the same sex? Somebody said, you lying not, thank you, Lord. Written by Walter Hawkins, sang by Yvette Flunder, who's married and been married to the same woman for umpteen thousand years. I'm not lying, I'm telling you the truth. And y'all know most of these bishops are bishops, B-I-T-C-H-U-P-S. They love wearing them robes because they like to be in dresses. They would be trans had it not been for the church. Now, we don't know what. Oh, you know, okay, I'm about to go too far. Let me bring that back. Yeah, the men bishops and the woman butchops. I know when I first seen the woman, don't you walk in front of the prophet. I said, what is that butch bull dagger? But, you know, she doesn't identify as that. But she presents. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And I know somebody's going to take that. But we're just having a conversation. That's all. We're just having a conversation. Just a conversation. That's all. All right, so the church brain don't think like this. The church brain just goes into this world and they just think according to whatever is said, and there's no kind of thinking really going on. There isn't at all. Let's look at church brain again, and we're going to look at the characteristics. We're about to call it out. Church brain is a term coined by Dr. Larry D. Reid. It refers to a spiritual and psychological condition where individuals' thinking is constrained strictly within the boundaries of the church, teaching, and culture. This condition limits their ability to think critically or entertain ideas outside of their religious upbringing. I'm going to say this, or you can go to the page right now. Or I mean, this is probably going to make him upset. Oh, well, oh, hell, I don't care. But somebody sent me this, and I said, you are live from the pits. There's a prophet, Reid. He has the same last name I have. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't, and I ain't. And I don't know what is and what is not, but it's weird. Oh, let's see if I can find one of the clips. I said, this is what? I said, this is what? I got to find one. Hold on. Let me just let you see this picture first. That's him and his wife. I'm not calling anybody anything. We're just from the outside looking in. Because I don't have church brain. You don't have church brain. What is this? Now, that's the picture. Let me find you a video. Let me find you a video where they sit inside each other talking. Because this is when I said, Lord, come get me. Come and pick me up. You hear me? I want you to come get me right now.
Good morning. Good morning. People of God, we are here in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, and I tell you, it has been dynamic, powerful, explosive. God has moved by his spirit. 22 souls got saved. 6 people got baptized. The prophecy, the preaching, the teaching. Listen, you don't want to miss the grand finale this evening at 7 p.m. Come one, come all. If you have relatives, loved ones in the region of St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, get on the phone and tell them to join us at the location. What is the location, Annie?
Waters by the Sea.
Walkers by the Sea.
Yes.
Walkers by the Sea, 7 p.m. Also, Kingdom Prophetic Church. We on the fly. Good morning, St. Thomas. Here we come. Wave crew. Wave Mother Bell. Minister Netta. Get ready. It's about to be explosive. We on the fly. Good morning.
I don't know what to say.
Rochester, New York, get ready. The prophet is going to be in the house tonight at 7:30 p.m. Yes, I'm telling you, God is going to move in a dynamic way. Come on. All roads, all signs leads to what street, Danny?
303 J Street, Rochester, New York.
Who's going to be in the house?
The prophet, God's prophet to the nations. You already know Apostle Dr. O'Neil Reid is going to be in the house, and it's going to be.
Oh, come on, other leaders.
His lips is perked.
Rochester, New York, get
Now, and let's go to church brain. Now, so we in church brain, your thinking is constrained strictly within the boundaries of the church teaching and culture. So that's God's prophet and that's his wife. This condition limits your ability to think critically and entertain ideas outside of religious upbringing. To me, I said, he got on lipstick, she got on lipstick. He got on blush, she got on blush. He in the picture and she doing the same thing. I don't have church brain. So I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? It's weird to me and strange. You get what I'm saying? Now, I understand there are different types of, there's masculinity that is more masculine and there's masculinity that is more feminine. I get that. There is femininity that is very feminine and there's femininity that is more masculine. I get that. I got room in my brain for that too. But this here is too darn much for my brain. And so I don't get it, so I throw it all away. Now, that's what church brain. Let's look at the characteristics of church brain. I know somebody's gonna take that. He's not gonna like it. He's gonna inbox me. I'm doing commentary. I'm not calling you nothing. I am saying your masculinity is super feminine. Hey, I'm feminine too. I'm raised in the church. The authorities in my life are women. I can't. Oh, that's gonna go too far. I don't want to go too far, but I don't get it. Okay, so let's look at how does this go there? All right, I done define church brain. So let's look at the characteristics of church brain, because that's what we're going on in that comment section. All right, rigid thinking. Oh, no, there's a mistake there. Individuals with church brain often struggle to think beyond what has been taught or experienced in a church setting. So for cussing Kirk Franklin to say, I love my son with his gas, we got a problem. What? He embracing a lie. It's against God. Rigid thinking. Literal interpretations. There is a tendency to interpret the Bible, particularly the King James Version, in a literal manner, often using proof text to support specific viewpoints. Church brain. These are characteristics. Cognitive impairment. This condition hinders cognitive flexibility, making it difficult for individuals to engage with diverse ideas or perspectives that do not align with their religious background. Environmental influence. The development of church brain is heavily influenced by one's upbringing in a religious environment they were exposed to from a young age. Hey, so we see all that. And in addition to that, church brain, people that are diseased with church brain cannot see the truth of a thing that's right in their face. And the truth of the thing in front of their face, they will misconstrue it because of the lens that they're using that is the result of their church brain disease. It's so vast, it's so complex, ladies and gentlemen. It is something that I like to expose. That's why I post certain posts. That's why I posted Kirk Franklin's post, because I knew all of those with church brain were going to go in. They're going to manifest. That's why I posted Genesis Warren post, because I knew the church brain people were going to manifest. Go and look at them comments. You're going to be surprised. And let's look at the impact of church brain. I think I got this in here. This condition can limit personal growth as it prevents individuals from exploring or accepting new ideas that contradict or expand beyond their religious teachings. See, some of you have thrown your same gender loving children away because you feel like it's a sin, God hates it. So if I'm going to be with God, I cannot love you in a way that approves or accepts and say that I agree with what you're doing. See, church brain finds it difficult to show love to people who do not agree with their convictions or their views. That has split families. No family should split because of somebody's religious belief, ever. It can also create a barrier to understanding or empathizing with different belief systems or worldviews. One of the things I love about Islam and their main tenets, they must respect all of the other Abrahamic faiths and their prophets, and to not respect Christians, not respect all of the other Abrahamic faiths outside of Islam, is to not be a proper Muslim. Did y'all hear that? I don't think you heard me. But in Christianity, most of us in the West, our faith is correct and right. Islam, if you practice Islam, you're going to hell. You're not right. You got to move out of my house. You're moving away from one I thought you were raised in the church. And we don't care nothing about your prophet, which is Muhammad. Peace be upon him. I always like to respect other people's faith. That's the impact. Let's look at another one. The last one was relevance. The term highlights the psychological impact of religious indoctrination and encourages awareness of the importance of open-mindedness in spiritual and intellectual growth. You do not have to change what you believe. That is not the ask. That's not my ask. I don't think anybody's asking anybody. Well, I'm sure some people are. Want people to change what they believe. It is how you behave with what you believe. Now that's a word there. It's not what you believe. It's how your behavior around what you believe. You act like a bully. You act like you are the actual Christ and you're here to judge. And everybody that isn't a Christian is going to hell. And you feel like God called you. It's your behavior around your belief that is horrendous. In fact, your behavior around your belief is so opposite of who Jesus Christ was. But you say, he is your model Christian. He is the Son of God or God incarnate. And you're supposed to be his follower, but your behavior around what you believe injures people. It has literally been the reason why some people took their own lives. Who is this Jesus you're serving? I'm going to tell you who it is. It is Jesus Christ, the mascot of Christianity Incorporated, that is a white man's business. That is who you were converted into believing was God. But that's not God. That's another God, created and manufactured for world domination. The true God and the true Jesus Christ is love. All right, I gotta go. I love you. Wally, but love is the way I say, enough love. Bye.